मानुषी संवाद में आप सबका स्वागत है. Welcome to the 23rd December 2022 edition of Manushi Samvad. Well, friends, today we have two very distinguished guests with us. एक तो आप जाने माने रामसिम्हन जी केरला से हैं. नमस्ते, वेलकम रामसिम्हन जी. किसी जमाने में इनका नाम अली अकबर हुआ करता था, परंतु इन्होंने इस्लाम छोड़ा है और अभी वापस अपने घर पहुंच गए. और सबसे इस वक्त जो ज़रूरी जानकारी मैं रामसिम्हन जी के बारे में आपको देना चाहती हूँ कि इन्होंने मोपला मैसेकर 1921, जब हिंदुओं का बहुत भारी मात्रा में, भारी संख्या में नरसंहार हुआ था केरला में मोपलाओं द्वारा, मुस्लिम्स ही होते हैं अधिकतर वहाँ, तो उस पर फिल्म बनाई है और हिंदी में उसका नाम है नदी से नदी तक 1921. और इस फिल्म के बारे में थोड़ी और जानकारी ज़रूर देंगे हमें रामसिम्हा जी. और ये फिल्म फंस गई थी सेंसरशिप के चक्कर में कि ये तो सेंसिटिव मैटर है और फलां कम्युनिटी को खफा कर देगी वगैरह वगैरह. तो अब कोर्ट का बैटल जीत कर शायद रामसिम्हा जी आ रहे हैं अपनी फिल्म को रिलीज करने बहुत जल्दी ही. और मैं आशा करती हूँ कि ये फिल्म केवल रिलीज नहीं होगी, इट विल बी एन ऑल टाइम ब्लॉकबस्टर. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर टेकिंग time and taking on this very risky topic. Though you live in Kerala, you still chosen to take on this very risky topic. You knew you would get into trouble with the censor board, you would get into trouble with the political establishment, and yet you didn't give up. I'm really grateful to you, and I express my sincere thanks to you for documenting in the form of a feature film, but based on, as you said, true stories, this very historic turn in our history. Because I think that seems to be a landmark where the politics of Hindu Samaj went haywire thanks to Gandhi's intervention and his involvement in the Mopla massacre, or whitewashing the Mopla massacre. Sushil Pandit is supposed to join us very soon from London, but सुशील जी अक्सर लेट ही आते हैं, तो हमने सोचा इस बार हम वेट नहीं करेंगे. वो जब भी ज्वाइन करें, he is always welcome. Admin will take care of that. But let's start with you, Ramsimha ji. एक तो सबसे पहले, my first question is regarding the film itself. Don't you think it's really tragic that simply documenting through film or book what is well known, what is well recorded in history, namely what actually the Moplas did in 1921 to Hindus, should invite so much opposition, so much trouble, that we are not allowed to say these things? What does it tell you about Kerala? Is it
Actually,
Kashmir? Yeah.
Actually, I am standing on a rewritten script of 1921. After 1950, the leftist and congressmen changed the history to their version as a freedom fight movement, actually. But the people know it was not freedom fight movement. It was just Hindu massacre. A lot of Hindus, around 4,000 Hindus killed, and so many Hindus were forcibly converted to Islam. Even now, you can see the marking of that incident still in the Malabar area. You can see the temples, you can see the villas, even the killing marks on the doors of villas. So the people know what happened in 1921, other than the so-called history, manipulated history. I went to their homes, the homes were affected. The homes were just a few kilometers from my home, 20 to 30 kilometers. I talked to their grandchildren what happened in their homes. They showed me the rooms where the blood was shattered. The wells were filled up with bodies. Even now, you can feel the smell of blood in their rooms. So it is not far away from present. It is just 100 years back. Now it is 101 years. So the reality is there, but they are promoting the villains of that incident. Varin Kunnan was the head of that massacre movement. Now they're propagating Varin Kunnan as a hero. Actually, he was a villain. I'm showing Varin Kunnan in my film as a villain, not a hero. And you know, the Hindus were never against the Muslims. Even from 1700, there will mass, what you can say, mass forcibly conversion by Tipu Sultan and his father. After that, in 1921, the converted Muslims became the villains of Hindus. Actually, they were belonged to Hindus. But after converting, even now that's happening, a converted Muslim is more dangerous than a Muslim, born Muslim.
Why do you say
You
that?
know, even though, converted Hindus are going to Syria, converted Christians are going to Syria. For what? So converted Muslims, they became the killers of Hindus. Maplas, you know what the meaning of Mapla? Mapla means the converted Hindus. I'm also Mapla. My family was converted by Tipu Sultan. I belong to Brahmana. Actually, my family was belong to Brahmana. So even the Malabar Muslims are changed by force, actually, by Tipu Sultan, his father, and even after this Malabar Maplas, and even now they are using live jihad for converting the Hindus and Christians. Even narcotic jihad is there, money jihad is there. So the things, even now it is happening. You know about Satyasarani. Satyasarani is an institution of Muslim institution for the conversion. They are converting hundreds of people even now. There are three major conversion centers in Kerala. Mugadar and another from Kasargod and this so-called. So I think the war yet not end. In this, I think the Kerala turning into another Kashmir, not another Kashmir, another Afghanistan. I can say it is going to another Afghanistan. Because now these guys are within the politics, within the ruling politics. They are belong to the politics. They are belong to the ruling group. That is the reality. After 100 years, you may be, you can call Andikriya, but I don't know in Hindi. For the lay
Last
people.
rite. Last rite.
That's right.
Last rites, Antim Kriya.
Antim Kriya. It was not done in this for the dead people after 100 years. I took initiative and I took that decision to give in Kerala we call Bali. I put Bali for the 1,000 people last year.
It's not clear to me. Before I ask you my question, I want to welcome Sushil Pandit, हमारे प्यारे प्यारे लेट लतीफ भाई. So good you're with us. कोई बात नहीं, ये आपको सब माफ है, पर आज हमने वेट नहीं की. जी
नमस्कार.
हमारे व्यूअर्स बड़े परेशान हो जाते हैं जब हम लेट होते हैं, तो हमने सोचा कि शुरू तो कर ही डालें, आप आ ही जाओगे. और you're welcome. I just wanted to ask a simple question before you go on. Number one, you said that their last rites were not performed. उनका अंतिम संस्कार भी नहीं किया. इसलिए, was it because the Hindu families were devastated, many were forcibly converted or slaughtered, so there was no one left to do the Antim Sanskar? And how did you do the Antim Sanskar?
No, actually, no, they actually feared. They feared to do the things. Even who was Ramasimhan? Ramasimhan was the first Muslim who converted to he changed his religion to Hinduism in 1947. On August 2nd, he was killed by these Muslim guys, Muslim radicals. After his death, nobody took his body up to certain time. And even now, we don't know where his burial is. Even now, we don't know. His name was Ramasimhan. I purposefully took that name because we want to show them, if you killed one Ramasimhan, another Ramasimhan will come to question you.
That's really creditable. I mean, my naman to you for this courage and for keeping alive the memory of Ramasimhan 1, your Ramasimhan 2. I think we should put that, like you have with kings. Also, you have this 1, 2, 3 उसी डायनेस्टी का, तो आप उस डायनेस्टी से हैं, तो आपका नाम भी रामसिमहन 2 होना चाहिए.
Yeah, of course.
So now people say, Sushil, they say Kerala is already 40% Muslim, though census nahi hua koi latest, so we don't know the real figures. Do they exaggerate their figures? Do they underestimate their figures? Most people think that once they have reached the critical mass of 30%, then from 30 to 90% is easy run for Islamists. Do you see that Kerala will go the Kashmir way?
First of all, Madhuji, namaskar to your viewers, and pranam to Ramsimhan ji. It's a great privilege to be sharing space with you. I've heard so much about you, and it was my desire to one day meet and talk and have a conversation. Madhuji, I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'm so moved by what you've just mentioned about how you've journeyed to where you are now and the name that you have taken now. And to commemorate the memory of someone who was liquidated 75 years ago. And you are the name bearer, the torch bearer, the idea bearer of that legacy. My respect for you has grown manyfold hearing this.
The good news, let me tell you the good news also, that he's likely to win the court battle because they were obstructing the release of his film. So he went to court, Ramsimhan ji went to court, and the final verdict is already announced, but he doesn't have a copy. So it seems, Ramsimhan ji, would you like to brief Sushil on that?
Okay, I'm running last 8 months for the censoring. From Bombay censoring office, I got what you can say sufferings actually from Rasul Joshi itself.
Okay, congratulations.
He compelled to me to go to the court, and even he himself threatened me. We will not show your film in theaters. After that, I went to the High Court. Actually, I think the positive result will be within 2 days. Within 2 days.
You know, harder the chase. They say harder the chase, sweeter the kill. The more they harass you, the more they obstruct you, sweeter will be the victory.
We are fighting with urban nexus actually. Yes. In the I remember the dialogue from the Kashmiri files. Even we are ruling. Actually,
the system.
The things are going under the
system is
official.
in that.
The system is. So the same is happening. No. I don't know the BJP
no, it's a
government.
Myth we are ruling.
Yeah.
It's a myth that we are ruling. It's some kind of notion that we carry in our head that we are ruling. We are not ruling, sir. We are far from it. We are far from it.
We have to fight. We have to fight and win.
Yes.
Otherwise,
we have to fight the enemy, and then we have to fight the friends as well.
Yeah. Of course.
They're sepoys.
That is our lot. The enemies are enemies, and the friends are hostile. That is our fate. But I think, as I said, harder the chase, sweeter the kill, sweeter the victory. Now, you, Madhuji, you asked me a question that is about the population, the proportion of population. I think it's a facetious issue altogether. Let me give you an example. In Tamil Nadu, the Muslim population is less than 6%, according to 2011 census. And before 2011, there was a film called Vishwarupam by a gentleman called Kamala Hassan, who is no Sanghi.
Admin, please bring Sushil Pandit on the screen. I don't want him to be so small there in a tiny box. That's where I belong. No, I want you to be on the screen, and you can put me in small. Let these two guests be in big screen. Ji.
No, so in Tamil Nadu, when Vishwarupam was made, it was originally in Tamil. And then they also made a Hindi version. And the person who made that film, his name is Kamal Hassan. And as I said, he's no friend of Hindus. He's nobody to look up to for the Hindu interest, Hindu cause, Hindu plight. He's the last one to go to on those issues. Even his film could not be released in Tamil Nadu because a body, an organization called TNTJ, Tamil Nadu Tawheed Jamaat, led by Jawaharullah, threatened him. And there was a sting operation on him where he himself said on tape that I threatened Kamala Hassan, saying that when we threw bombs in Mani Ratnam's house, those bombs did not explode. We will this time throw 5 bombs at you and all of them will explode. And he said the man was shivering. The ultimate outcome was that the film remained canned. Vishwarupam Tamil could never be released in cinemas in Tamil Nadu. And their population is less than 6% at that time. So it is not the number game. It is here in the mind. Our population in the country is almost 80%.
Not anymore. Used to be.
Okay. By census, it was almost 80% 10 years ago. It may be 70% today. 70% is still overwhelming.
Yeah.
By all statistical measures. What are you doing with that 70% is what I ask. So it is not the issue of 70%. It is not the issue of 5% or 3%. It is how prepared you are in your mind to do what you wish to do. So in Kerala, when 100 years ago, Moplas unleashed brutalities, a pogrom, a Hindu genocide, they didn't see what their population proportion was. Did they? Did they even care or bother about it? 100 years later, we are saying they may already be 40%. But that's, as I said, is a useless issue. Is a statistical issue. If today they are able to dictate the agenda, if today they are able to dictate the policy, if today they are able to dictate the fate of other identities living by them in their neighborhoods, in their own state, if they are able to or wish to intervene in issues of Kashmir and Afghanistan and Syria, and they do it, then where is the debate or argument about number? How relevant is that? My humble submission is that if you are driven with a certain madness, then number doesn't matter. Number just doesn't matter. The point is, we are right now at the cusp, almost at a fork of our destiny. And it is up to us what we choose. Do we choose to fight and survive? Or do we choose to submit, surrender, and then pass like a ship in the night?
I think you've given a new perspective to this numbers game, and I really, really am thankful to you Sushil. This is very important for all of us to remember. It's not just about numbers, because people get overwhelmed thinking ये 20 करोड़ हो गए, ये इतने करोड़ हो गए. पर 1947 में भूलिए मत, ये सिर्फ 8% थे. और बांग्लादेश में आज 8% है, जो कभी 27% थे. वो 27 से घट के 8 हो गए, और यहाँ 8 से बढ़ के ये पता नहीं 20% है या कितने परसेंट है, किसी को मालूम भी नहीं, क्योंकि सेंसस भी ईमानदार ये नहीं होने देते. इनकी मर्जी है, और एक एक आदमी के पास 6 आधार कार्ड बनवाने की भी क्षमता इन्हीं के पास है. तो रामसिंह जी, टेल मी, this Padayatra that Rahul Gandhi chose to start from Kerala, and hopefully is going to Kashmir, Kerala to Kashmir, the very route that once upon a time the great Shankaracharya took. So he starts from the homeland of the great Shankaracharya, and is traversing the same path, except that his support base, he's carrying Muslims with him. It's his Muslim vote bank that is supporting his yatra. Wherever he goes, you can see very clearly who is the core support base behind this yatra. So is he going to be the Shankaracharya? Is he planning to be the Shankaracharya of the Muslims? Is this his yatra to assist them complete their mission Ghazwain? Because as soon as he leaves Kerala and he starts moving northwards, the Kerala Chief Minister files a submission in the Supreme Court saying that Sharia and the Constitution of India match very well, that Sharia is constitution compliant, or constitution better become Sharia compliant. So what do you think? What kind of, is he going to be the Shankaracharya of the Muslims?
Actually, Rahul Gandhi never visited a Hindu temple in Kerala, but he visited so many Muslim leaders, and even how he became MP from Wayanad because of these Muslim votes, actually. Muslim votes of Malabar.
Yep.
So there's a great tamasha. After Karnataka, he became Hindu. We have seen so many pictures from Hindu temples, and he wear dress like sannyasis. So in Kerala, his name was not Rahul Gandhi, some Muhammad Ho. We can say like that.
But this wearing Hindu clothes, or doing this Janeu wearing, etc. But let's not forget, even Muslims who are involved in womb jihad, you call it love jihad, I call it womb jihad, because there's no love shove in all that. Now, even they wear kalava. The latest case of slaughter of a Hindu girl who was involved with a jihadi, a womb jihadi, shows very clearly he was not only wearing a kalava, he was wearing Rudraksh ki mala, pretended to be a Hindu, all that. So Rahul ji bhi वैसा ही ड्रामा कर रहे हैं, और वो अलाउड भी है में, और
he's an actor, actually. He's a good actor. He can change his reactions as per the surroundings, actually. As per the surroundings, he will change. Anyhow, in Kerala, now another difference is all the jihadis is belong to Communist Party of India now.
Yeah.
So the Congress is trying to change their attitude from CPM to Congress. They want all jihadis to change their position to Congress, under Congress. So there is a what we can say, there is a fight is going on to catch these votes. That is the actual scenario in Kerala. So the government, even the communist government, U-turned from the gender equality, even Mutalak issue, after the separation, they want to separate the boys and girls in classrooms. Everything they are accepted. Now our people is saying the rulers of Kerala is not the government, but these guys, Muslim guys, the Samasta. Here is a being called Samasta. Samasta is the Muslim leaders, Muslim Pandits are ruling the Kerala actually. If they want to make any changes in the government will accept. So the Sharia law, they are going to apply the Sharia law in Kerala. Even our chief minister told he will not accept the CAA. He proudly announced, I will not accept the CAA law. What happened? Nobody took stand against him. Even the Congress also. So I think Kerala, not just like Kashmir, Kerala going to actually it will become a Afghanistan. Even our food, our cloth, our culture is decided by the Muslims actually. Even in the schools there is a competition, Quran reading competition. There is no Gita reading competition. There is no Sanskrit reading competition. Only Quran reading competition. Mapla songs, Mapla rituals. Everything is there, but there's no Hindu reading or Hindu culture in the competition. Only we have some Kuchipudi, Bharatanatyam, just like that. So the cultural and educational scenario is changing. It is you cannot imagine. On Friday, all Hindus must be in school before half an hour. The time is 9, then they have to get into the class 8:30 because of the namaz. Friday namaz. All Hindus and Christians must suffer. Even there was a committee in educational system. They want to change the timing 8 to 1 o'clock for the schools and colleges. Then the Samasta came into scene. They told them, they announced, we will not accept that decision because we have to run madrasas in the morning. Government U-turned. Government accepted that decision for the Muslims. They never discussed with the Hindus or Christians. They accepted. We will not change the timing. We will obey your decision. We will wash your foods We will obey your rules. We will lean. That is going on Kerala actually now. And even in the last week, one Maulavi announced there is no Hindus in Kerala. Around 20% Nayars, 20% Yidavas. We are around 30%. So we are leaders. They are not accepting Hindu as one. They are dividing with caste, Nayars, Yidavas, Polayas, Parayas. So they're changing the religion also.
Yeah,
And
very
that
well said. Ji.
that is the best thing happening in Kerala. They are dividing with the caste system, Hindus. And the Hindus are keeping mum. There is no leader for Hindus in Kerala.
True.
There is no leader for.
Let me tell you the kind of comments that are coming on my phone through WhatsApp about you. You are emerging as a leader. Here is a person who's watching live and he says about you. Ramasimhan ji is the purest, and he writes in capital letters. He's the purest and most honest Malayali in this generation. And everything he says is absolute truth. The point that I'm making is that this is a huge certificate. And if there are even 10 people or 2 people like you that people can trust, I'm sure we are in the process of throwing up new leaders, Ramasimhaji. So
Thank you,
the
thank
role
you,
that
thank
you
you.
are playing.
Actually, my
Yes.
film was produced. My film was produced by these guys. Around 2 lakh people contributed to me
There
by
you
the
are.
means of 150 rupees, 10 rupees, even 25 rupees. They contributed.
Amazing.
They contributed a total amount of 2 crores from the what you can say the least people actually. They contributed. They want to show the actual what happened in 1921. So
We are so
I am
proud
very
to know you. We are proud to know that you exist and that you stand tall and that people actually believe in you. The kind of reverence in this day and age that you command is quite amazing because we are living in very cynical times, Ramsimhaji. Sushil, my questions to you are twofold. Do you think, one, do you think Rahul Gandhi deliberately chose this Kerala to Kashmir because Shankaracharya ji headed to Kashmir? That's where he set up, his mud. From Kerala to Kashmir. So is he really doing an Islamic version of that whole journey, mobilizing the Muslim vote bank in the way that Shankaracharya ji had mobilized Hindus to take on the challenges of that time that the Sanatan Dharma faced? That's one. Secondly, because I don't want to interrupt you, so I'm putting 2 questions at the same time. One is, you remember the time of Shah Bano case. The CPM, the communists, the feminists were all anti-Islamic. They took a very fierce stand against all those people who forced the Rajiv Gandhi government to trash the Supreme Court order on that issue and come up with this Muslim Women's Protection Act in order to trash the Supreme Court judgment in the Shah Bano case. Though it was pitiful. I mean, Supreme Court had given her not even a pitiful dole, just 154 rupees by way of maintenance, and yet they were ready to burn the entire country. Now, at that time, the communists were on the side of Arif Muhammad Khan. The feminists celebrated Arif Muhammad Khan for having resigned. But today, though at one level we know that from the beginning, 1940s onwards, the Communist Party has had a very incestuous relationship with Islamics. They were pro-Pakistan. They wanted India to be divided into 17 parts. But at least for a while, they had distanced themselves from the madness that is Islamism. The Shah Banu case as a very important landmark. What do you say to that?
First of all, Madhuji, please never inflict this cringe-worthy moment on me ever by taking Rahul Gandhi and Shankaracharya name in the same breath. Forget even comparing the two. These old comparisons are perhaps the most odious I've ever come across.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you see
It's worse than chalk and cheese.
mindset? See, I'm not comparing. Of course not. He doesn't deserve to be even the charno ki dhool of Shankaracharya. The point that I'm making is, could it be a coincidence that he starts this journey in that manner? That's what is he not trying to encourage?
Yeah, I don't know who advised him or what prompted this, but starting from the southernmost tip and going up north was an earlier Padyatra of Chandrasekhar also.
Yeah.
And he suddenly emerged, a tall statesman-like politician after the Yatra. From, a Purvanchal-based Mufossil leader, he suddenly became a national icon. Somebody thought that perhaps Rahul Gandhi could be reinvented through this, and the vast mass connect will catapult him into a different orbit altogether. I don't know what's happening to that. I don't think it's going to work, because every time he opens his mouth, he completely demolishes whatever little capital he has gathered in the interim. Between the two occasions he opens his mouth, he certainly gathers some moss, some capital, some sympathy, some traction, but he only has to say something in order to squander it completely and go back to square one. It's a famous game of snakes and ladders that we are all witnessing, which is at play. So leave it at that. I was listening to Ramji very, very carefully, and he said that now all the jihadis belong to the Communist Party in Kerala. While I understand what he's trying to say, I would put it slightly differently, and let me see whether he accepts it. In fact, they don't belong to any political party or organization or coalition. Parties and coalitions belong to them. No matter which one is ruling, they find it extremely easy, convenient, and very, very suitable for them to worm their way into the top of that formation and start dictating their agenda. For 32 years, Left Front, led by CPM, ruled Bengal. And this included the Shah Banu time. And they never had a better time in Bengal before that. Kalimuddin Shams, who represented Forward Bloc, was for the longest time the Speaker of West Bengal Assembly. And the number of ration cards, voter IDs, and driving licenses, and all passports, and all kinds of documentation he got done for Bangladeshi Muslims infiltrating illegally into India is legendary. So, irrespective of which party is ruling, irrespective of which coalition is ruling, they manage to dictate their agenda and influence their policies. And all parties included here. Okay? When such a historic thing like 370 I wouldn't call it abrogation, neutering of it was done, within months, a a domicile notification, gazetted notification was issued by the Home Ministry in Delhi, undoing some of the most pernicious, undoing some of the most welcome changes that 370 neutering brought about, which is demolishing the discriminatory citizenship in Kashmir. Under 370, there were a class of citizens called state subjects. And then there were rest of India. Now they have created a 15-year domicile prerequisite for anyone to qualify as the citizen of Jammu and Kashmir, a permanent resident of Jammu and Kashmir. And those privileges have started to flow again. So, irrespective of whether it is UDF or LDF in Kerala, they hold the sway. You mustn't forget, as early as 1950s, late 50s, 57, 58, 59. In 57, there was a Nambudripad government in Kerala. And what is that government famous for? Carving out a Muslim majority Malappuram district, pandering to Islamic agenda. He was the one who did it. So their alliance, their coordination with jihadis is legendary. You recalled it very right. Then 1947, they supported the demand for Pakistan and partition of India. They acted in concert with Muslim League. But the most hypocritical thing was that people like Jyoti Basu and Harkishan Singh Surjit, instead of staying back in East Pakistan and West Pakistan, quickly came back to India after partitioning. They left their homes. Jyoti Basu left Barishal, his home, which was left in East Pakistan, to come and live in India and do politics here. All this while supporting the demand for partition of India. So the hypocrisy of left is legendary. It is the same left in Iran. It's international. It's not just confined to India. In Iran, the Tudeh party, which is the Communist Party, TUDEH, it supported Islamic revolution in 1978. Ayatollah had no cadre. He came riding on the shoulders of the comrades. And the first thing he did was slaughter those comrades. They don't learn any lessons from it. Today, there is no communist movement left in either Pakistan or Bangladesh. But communists are the ones who facilitated the creation of Pakistan and Bangladesh. We have to do our own soul searching. Why do our leaders, our parties, our agenda always looks for validation from these rent-a-cause mercenaries? There's no better word to explain them, at least none comes to my mind. They are guns on hire. They are muscle on hire. They conveniently moved to Mamata Banerjee. In Delhi, you saw under your nose how entire Muslim vote bank suddenly shifted to Aam Aadmi Party because they saw that this was the party that was going to run and win. And they took over the party and dictated its agenda and policy. So, and how they have captured the mind space in the present ruling dispensation in the country. How they are managed to extract more than they ever could under Congress governments. Whether it is scholarships, whether it is loans, whether it is jobs, whether it is contracts, whether it is policies. Never under Congress government did I see the so-called patriots, saffron stalwarts, visit madrasas and Maulvis.
True.
It is only when they are so strong and in power that they are doing so, crawling on their knees, looking for validation, looking for endorsement. I don't know what kind of inferiority complex they suffer from, or what kind of self-flagellation they enjoy. But as I said, it's a mind problem.
Yep.
There's
True.
very little we can do about it unless we recognize it, acknowledge it, and decide to really seriously address it. If we keep
Well, for one thing, I'm grateful to this government for having sent Arif Muhammad Khan as the governor of Kerala. At least he is standing tall and like a firm wall. He is trying to keep them under check, the tides from overflowing. Ramsimhaji, is it true that the CM's son-in-law, the present CM's son-in-law, is a Muslim DYFI activist?
yes, he
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah, yes,
He's now a
yes,
minister also, and
yeah.
his
A powerful
relation
minister.
with Islamic businessmen, not here but also in the Middle East, are very controversial. So that's why he finds no difference between the Constitution of India and Sharia. Both are one and the same. There's something even mullahs and Maulvis don't claim, that the two are together on the same page. They're not. So, how is that viewed by, after all, you still have 50% population that's still Hindu, right? In
Yeah.
Kerala. So, are they actually divided? They don't act as Hindus, or are they waking up as Hindus?
Actually, they are dividing Hindus actually because there is two major association with Hindu. One is belong to Nayars, it is NSS. Another is SNDP, the strongest two groups. These groups are always with the government actually, not for Hindus actually. They will get some colleges, schools. They are making money from the association. So the Hindus never believing them as a Hindu. They are all money makers. And even they are using the powers of the government actually. In Kerala, the things are changing. The UDF is losing the grip actually. So you told about the son-in-law. The people says he is the mediator in between the radicals and government actually. And you have to think about the money.
No,
That
I just made a small point, sir.
yeah,
Why
yeah,
do you call them radicals? Call them jihadis.
yeah, jihadis. About Kerala, the money source is from actually Middle East, even from Pakistan also. They are pushing Hawala money to Kerala. And think about the businessmen in Kerala. Around 90% of businessmen are belong to Muslims. They have the power, they have the money. Even in police wing, there is a group called Green Light. There is a Green Light, Pacha Velicham in Malayalam. They belong to the jihadis. They are giving the list to the jihadis to even my address, my situation, everything they are giving to the jihadis. Then they are giving the way to kill that person. Around 2 or 3 persons are suspended last 3 months. Policemen, powerful policemen. After a few weeks, they again joined to the force actually. So the money, the power, that makes a difference from other states too, in Kerala.
Okay.
And just think about they're giving support to make IAS officers, doctors, engineers belong to this family. They're giving free tuition for IAS. They're free training for those who want to be IAS officers, police officers. So within few years,
the government is giving scholarships, fellowships for those who want.
even they are getting scholarship, but there is a separate wing for the promotion of Muslims.
My God. Okay. Now, since Sushil Pandit has to leave for something important, I want Sushil to make a final statement. बताइए सुशील जी. एक तो ये जो फ्रीडम फाइटर पेंशन भी मोपलाज को दी, उनके फैमिलीज को, इंदिरा गांधी ने, she woke up suddenly that her father, whatever he did was not enough for the Moplas. So all these Moplas who massacred Hindus, bad enough that the government or Gandhi and Nehru at that time put a lid over their atrocities, but coming into the 60s, 1960s, and give them freedom fighter pensions. What do you make of that? And say whatever else you would like to say on this issue, Sushil, because you have to leave in a few minutes.
You see, it's adding insult to injury. It's humiliation. You reward those who have massacred you instead of punishing them, instead of naming and shaming them. We have whitewashed their sins. We have invented excuses.
What happened?
Alibis. We created all kinds of alibis, saying that these people were actually agitating for freedom. They were freedom fighters, or they rose up against the landlords. These were peasants. We made all kinds of excuses for a genocide that was unleashed on Hindus.
What's happening, Sushil? You're speaking from England and your connection is going haywire.
As if that was not enough. As if that was not enough, then they gave them a permanent lifetime reward and recognition for it. I think this is actually the emblematic. This is the emblem. This is emblematic of how we have dealt with our challenges and problems. We have rewarded those who partitioned India. We have rewarded those, for example, Nizam of Hyderabad. After what he did to Hindus of Deccan, we turned him into a governor. He had to be subdued through a 4-day war. But what we did to Hari Singh, we banished him to Mumbai. He could never visit his land. He died unsung and unwept in Mumbai. Someone who unilaterally and unconditionally acceded Kashmir to India. So we are guilty of major sins, crimes. And that is through policy. That is through deliberate decisions. And instead of acknowledging them and undoing them, we are not willing to recognize the genocide in Kashmir. We are unwilling to punish those who committed horrendous crimes in Kashmir. And this has become our second nature. That's how we are responding to these crimes all over the country, including Kerala, including Tamil Nadu. We are unwilling to use the word jihad. We are unwilling to use the word genocide. We are still treating this as law and order problem. And this has happened across governments, across prime ministers, across coalitions, across parties. There's a minor change of degree here and there.
Sushil, my last question before you go, I can't help but ask. What I want to know is what is so attractive about Islam that normal appearing people are converting either overtly or covertly, either khatna, which is physical, or mental khatna. What is it that attracts them? It's so frightening for any sane person. Islam would frighten the hell out of you. Why?
I
Where
think
is
that
servants coming?
people respond to power in different manners. Some stand up to it, risking everything they have. Others suck up to it, submit.
Oh,
To
Sushil ka connection फिर
power.
कट गया. Yeah.
All
No,
kinds
but
of
I'm
response
saying,
to power happens. This is happening, Madhuji, because I'm needed somewhere else and they are repeatedly calling and I'm connected with you on the phone.
okay. I get it. I see. Okay, so, Sushil, thank you for the time you took out,
Okay.
and we'll have you soon another time. In the meantime, let's continue with Ramsimhan ji. Thank you, Sushil ji. Thank you very much. You look more relaxed sitting in England. जी राम सिम्हा जी. So
I
अभी मुझे
leave.
ये
Thank you so
बताइए.
much. Apologize for leaving early.
जी, okay. Ram Simha ji, am I right that communist ruled state like Kerala and West Bengal, these are the only two states where I find even beef eating by Hindus has become a fashion statement. In most of North Indian states, no matter how much dhimitude Hindus have imbibed, but beef eating is something that Hindus by and large shun. But in Kerala and Bengal, communist ruled states, I found they made it into a fashion statement.
Yeah, actually, it's a change of culture. Actually, they're promoting the Muslim foods. Actually, even now, the hotels belong to Kerala, showing it is halal hotel. Even in the puppets, they are printing halal puppet.
Oh,
Even cereals, they are printing halal cereals. You cannot believe they are using even the dress code food. You can see so many hotels, mandi rice, Arabic food. The total change of even food system has changed in Kerala. You will not get Hindu foods. You will not get Hindu foods. Everywhere you get the Arabian foods. Extremely changed the food habit. Dress code has changed actually. And you just go to CBSE syllabus, social science 8th class. In that 8th class, CBSE syllabus, there is a lesson about the Mopla rights. They says it is a peasant revolt. Mopla, they called Mopla right as peasant revolt actually.
yeah.
The system.
I was taught that in JNU, in my JNU history department classes, we were taught exactly that interpretation, that this was against the so-called exploitative Hindu landlords, a revolt of the peasants, poor peasants who were Muslim. I mean, utter bullshit. Because
even now the lesson CBSE lesson is like that. Even now, it not changed. It not changed. Even after 8 years of BJP government, they did not change that lesson. Our children are studying like that. Anyhow, if we have to change a community, we have to interfere the culture. If we are putting another culture into Hindu culture, slowly they will think about, oh, there is no problem eating beef. Then there is no problem eating halal foods. And there is a problem also. We never teach Hindus what is Sanatana Dharma. Last week I asked some guys, which one is the Grantha of Muslim? They told it is Quran. Which one for the Christianity? Bible. And which is your book? It is, they are confused. It is Mahabharata, Ramayana. They don't know. They are belong to the Vedas. The first thing a Hindu must know, he is the son of Veda, or he is the daughter of Veda. Even they don't know their Grantha.
Yeah, that's true. It's very.
There is a practice in Islam. After birth, they will took the child and spell into ears that Allahu Akbar. In right ear and left ear, they will tell Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. There is just like there is a Kriya in Hindu also. After birth, the father will tell her right daughter, you are belongs to Veda, or boy, you are belong to Veda. It never happening in India. Hindus are away from the culture actually. There is no madrasas for Hindus. There is no learning institution for Hinduism.
Yeah, but I think social media has opened the doors to that learning.
Yeah, actually now
I've learned a lot more in the last 8 years, thanks to.
I started before around 15 years back. I was the first one who used social media to promote Hindus.
Wow.
Now there are many students and swamis, including swamis, in the social media.
Yeah.
So we can see the change actually happening in Kerala also. They are conscious now. At least they are conscious.
Yeah.
But there is a lack of leadership actually.
Well, even leaders are emerging. Ramsimhan ji, you are already a leader. So many leaders, small and big, are emerging.
Actually, I am asking to sannyasis to make a group, make a Hindu group to decide what to do. It is happening here.
I have a couple of questions quickly. One, you had joined the BJP, but it seems you left BJP. What happened?
Yeah. Actually, in Kerala, BJP is also part of these guys. They will not say anything against Muslims. I took a decision that I will tell the truth to the Hindus. So my leaders called me and asked me, you don't do like this because you are a Muslim. We think you will be a bridge to Muslims.
How foolish.
Yeah.
Wow.
Without promoting Hindu culture in Kerala, they will not win any seat. Next time, I will predict next time there will be up to maximum 6% or 8%. They will go to 6%. There were around 20% vote share for certain place in Kerala. It is now diminished to 11%. That will again go to 6% or 7% coming election, because the people know these guys or these leaders are part of this institution. We call it jihadi institution. They are getting money from them, because I told you the 90% of businessmen belong to Muslims. So they don't want to corrupt them actually. So whenever the Hindu spirit unites them, then only the vote share will change you as a Hindu, as a one religion. Even they are also part of dividing the Hindus.
Okay, another question. Is it true that the son-in-law of this chief minister, namely Muhammad Riaz, who apparently, allegedly has Simi connections also? Now, I'm told that he helped cover up some scandal involving Pinarayi, and that's how he captured the CM and also his daughter.
There is a story. There is a story. There was a news agency called, I forget his name. He collected the proofs against the CM. And that is why he is now in the position of CM.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think next chief minister will be son-in-law.
Last question before we take on super chats. So friends, those of you who have questions, please use super chat. What about the Malayalam film industry? Has it been like Bollywood, promoting de-assassination and Islamization?
Actually, it is going like that, because there was a raid in last week in the home and offices of superstar Prithviraj, producer Mohanlal's producer. So they are getting money from Arab countries actually, and even their producers belong to these groups actually, and they are promoting anti-Hindu thinking, anti-Hindu, what we can say, anti-Hindu films and pro-Muslim films.
What form does that anti-Hindu narrative take? Is it making fun of Hindu?
They are getting 100 crore, 200 crore from from these guys. Hey, you know, Kerala is a small place. We have only 400 theatre to cover. Such a state, we are spending around 200 crores. A Malayalam film will never go to Hindi media or Hindi theatres. We can show
and
this
film in 2 crores. You made your film.
The actual for Kerala, we can go up to maximum 20 crores. But they are giving 200 crores. From 200 crores, they are using only 20-25 crores for the film. Balance is going to their pockets, directors, actors' pocket.
Hmm.
That is the reality. We are not pushing or pumping the money to the industry.
Mm-hmm.
They are the mediators. They are encouraging the narcotic business. They are encouraging the, what you can say, love jihad.
Yeah. Is there now Hindu resistance growing?
Yeah,
Now,
yeah. It is started from Kashmiri files actually. From actually, they got only one theater in Kerala. First theater was in my place, and after 1 week, the scenario changed to there are more than 100 theaters. They got more than 100 theaters by the push of Hindus.
Wow. From 1
That,
to
that,
100
that
theaters.
yeah, and from one theater to 100 theaters within 1 week.
That's
That's the
amazing.
stage. And also there is an artist called Unni Mugundan. He belongs to Hindu culture. His film also supporting Hindu culture. That film making that his films also changing the in the industry.
Yeah.
Actually, his film, last film, is going to release this week. That is Malabar. It is around about the Shabarimala temple.
Oh yes, that's right.
And also Kandara. You know Kandara.
Yes, amazing.
Kandara was great success in Kerala.
It is a great.
So the things are changing.
That's good news. With that, we start with Romila and Habib are even victorious today.
Anyhow, you know, I was a Gita teacher. I was a Gita teacher. 15 years back, in front of me, there will be around 50 to 100 people. Now I'm getting 1,500 people in front of me.
Wow.
That's a great change. That is great change. They are ready to hear what is Hinduism.
We are actually hungry for it.
Yeah.
Let's face it. When Doordarshan first telecast Ramayana serial, people got glued to that Sunday TV as though they were hungry. It was like in a desert, rainfall is coming and the earth is soaking every drop of that water. People are so hungry. Though I wasn't much of an admirer of that first Ramayana serial, I found it somewhat.
Even Mahabharata also.
Mahabharata also. But it set a whole trend, and today you have Sony TV, so many TV channels giving us Pauranik Kathas, and so many Mahabharata versions have already been made. So clearly, there is hunger. The government may try to starve us of intellectual, emotional, cultural, dharmic diet, but then people are creating their own material. Today, the kind of books people are writing without any government patronage, the kind of films that are beginning to get made without government patronage, the kind of TV, not TV, but at least YouTube programs that are shaping up and lectures that are coming up. I really feel my real education began with the internet and social media platforms. So Romila and Irfan Habib are not victorious, PN. They are on the losing wicket. That's what I feel, because the tide is turning. PN says LDF will become a gang of subversive elements in future. What do you say to that?
Actually, that's a good thing. I can tell you, last 6 months, they are losing the viewers. These guys are losing the viewers. Anti-Hindu filmmakers losing the viewers. Even Yesterday, I have seen, even without a person, the superstars film running without any.
Yeah, Bollywood is also flopping.
Yeah.
Superstars of Bollywood are flopping. So clearly, the tide is turning. We should not feel one bit depressed. Vladimir says, whole India will be Kashmir. We are enjoying RSS. No, Vladimir. मेरे प्यारे भैया ऐसी बात मत बोलो. It is, they're trying to make us make Kerala into another Kashmir. But, Ramsimhan ji, do you think we are going to be able to give them a good fight?
Anyhow, I am thinking positively. Always I think positive because I am getting that much response from the people all over India, not all over India, all over the world. The change is coming. Sanatana Dharma, because what do you mean by Sanatana? Sanatana means it will never go away. It will be here. The Dharma will be here. And
True.
many people now know the meaning of Tattvamasi.
True.
The meaning of Tattvamasi leads us because we are gods. Everything in the nature are gods. Because the power in every creature, everything is God. We believe that.
Yeah.
Even we believe Jihad is also the same soul as our Brahma.
True.
It is, but anyhow, there is a we also know that the three gunas. So, Dharma means Swatik guna, Rajasa, Swatik, and what is Tamas, darkness.
Are Christians waking up to the dangers of Islam, or are they
Yeah,
happy?
they know that there is an association called CASA. In Kerala, CASA is moving against the jihadis. There is a change in political attitude also. So they are also changing. Even I have took a class for 250 one year priest against, and I'm contacting them. We collected the missing girls. About the numbers of missing girls is now around 4,000 Christians.
Missing? They
Yeah,
just
missing
vanished.
girls vanished. They don't know where they are. We met bishops, and they written a letter to every sabha, every, but what you can there's a, I don't know where Christian, every church, they written to every church how many girls are missing. They given the list. After calculating the entire list, we found that around 4,000 people, 4,000 girls are missing. They don't know where are they now.
Okay.
The government knows everything, but government will not speak against the jihadis.
You mentioned your two daughters. They are they married to Hindus or within the Islamic?
Yeah. Both are married to Hindus.
Okay.
One girl married to Bandari from Punjab. They are Bandari.
Okay.
I think Kshatriya.
Okay.
Another guy from Kerala.
And they are happily settled.
They are happily living.
Okay.
And they know. I taught them Bhagavad Gita. I taught them what is Brahma. I taught them what is Hindu Dharma. So they are happy. And my daughter's marriage was Vedic style, in Vedic style. There were
Okay.
10 pujaris, 10
Oh,
Brahmins led.
oh wow. Oh wow. That's quite amazing. I've never seen a wedding with 10 pujaris. I guess up north they have really kind of shrunk the whole ritual to manageable proportions. But I'm really happy to know that and would love to see photographs or small videos that you may have some other time. You know what that
They
magic.
will not give. They will not give. I didn't see that videos. They will not give
Okay.
because there is some problem, security problem.
Okay, you're
That is
right.
why. That is why they are. Uh, they have any social media account. That much threatening is going on from
Somebody
uh,
wants to
from
make.
from from. I got instructions from Central Intelligence, State Intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
There is a serious threat to me actually. So I can't put my daughter's picture on social media anywhere.
Are
Even
you
there is no.
are you under good protection? Do you have good security,
My protector is Krishna.
Krishna?
So
And is
Krishna is with
Sudarshan Chakra.
Krishna is with me.
May he always bless you, Ram Simhaji. And believe me, the moment I mention your name to someone in my circle, they really bow in reverence. You are so loved, even up north, where people haven't seen many of your films, but you know your reputation has traveled far and wide. And you become one of the most lovable persons, one of the most respect worthy, reverence worthy persons. The comments that I read out, they came from Manoj Kumar from Pondicherry or someplace in Kerala, who said
No,
that
it is from Tamil Nadu.
yes, I don't know where he is. I'm not sure where he lives. I was just doing guesswork, but he is the one who said that you are pure gold. There aren't many like you in this generation. So we're
Thank
so
you, thank you.
happy to and blessed to be um, to be able to talk to you, to be able to also gain from your experiential wisdom, and of course, the Vedic Gyan that you have taken far more seriously than many born Hindus are doing. So may your film do brilliantly well, because if such films start doing well and their films start flopping, well, then that's a sure short sign that Hindus are waking up and acting uh, as a consolidated force. So please bring your film to Delhi for the premiere soonest, and we'll be glad to be of help in promoting it in any way we can. And make sure you have a special premiere. And if you need any help, many of us are willing to extend that to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I will be in touch with you, and I will be inside of what I can say up to my last breath. I will be the propagator of Sanatana Dharma.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a blessing to have people like you, and it really uplifts my spirit to be able to
Thank you.
talk to someone like you. Viewers, please do share this video widely and make sure that you promote this film Nadi Se Nadi Tak in a massive manner. We must make sure that it is a big hit. It's a big hit, so that others then feel encouraged to traverse the same path. और इस चैनल को लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और थोड़ा बहुत सपोर्ट भी करते रहिए, क्योंकि आसान नहीं है बिना सरकारी फंडिंग के, बिना किसी एनजीओ फंडिंग के, बिना कॉर्पोरेट फंडिंग के ये सारे काम करना। तो आपकी सहायता की अत्यंत आवश्यकता है। And I would like to also tell you that Manushi makes sure that every rupee that comes to us by way of contribution is acknowledged. You get a proper receipt, and how we spend it, we also post our audited accounts every year on our website in order to maintain total transparency in financial dealings. So कृपया ज़रूर सपोर्ट कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। हमारे बैंक अकाउंट की डिटेल्स भी हैं, आपको मिल जाएंगी डिस्क्रिप्शन में, और साथ में शायद पेटीएम का नंबर है, नहीं तो कल डाल देंगे। पेटीएम अगर नहीं है तो वो भी डाल देना चाहिए। तो धन्यवाद, शुभ रात्रि, जय हिंदू राष्ट्र।